Good day, young philosophers, and welcome to Introduction to Philosophy of the Human Person. This is Sir Gerson, your philosophy teacher. Choose philosophy, share wisdom. For today's lesson, Module 13, Understanding Individual Differences. Are you ready to learn? Yes, of course. Come on. But before that, let's first identify the objectives for today. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the insight of Emmanuel Levinas on the otherness of the other. Second, appreciate the different intelligences in individuals. It's time to learn philosophy. Philosophy now. Hi, young philosophers. I have no doubt that you learned a lot with our previous session regarding the relation of freedom with morality, democracy, and religion. For today, we are going to have a new topic which will have in-depth understanding about individual differences and multiple intelligence. Before we proceed to the lesson, here is my productivity tip. While in this session, there will be many distractions like a text message or a message in the messenger. To finish the session, you need to focus. Ignore the distractions. Look at the task at hand. So, you have to set your goals and priorities for the day, okay? Alright. For today, we will be starting a new lesson. We will be talking about individual differences. Individuals are different from each other, right? Every person is unique. Here are the questions to be answered in the middle of our discussion. First, what is the idea of Emmanuel Levinas about the other person? Second, what are the kinds of intelligence? Now, let's proceed to individual differences according to Emmanuel Levinas. But first, let us find out who is this Emmanuel Levinas-like philosopher is. Emmanuel Levinas was a French philosopher of Lithuanian Jewish ancestry who is known for his work within Jewish philosophy, existentialism, and phenomenology, focusing on the relationship of ethics to metaphysics and ontology. On individual differences, according to Emmanuel Levinas, there is someone who exists aside from me, and that is no other than the other person. This other is not me. This entails that there is a difference, and we have to see this difference every time that we encounter the other. In recognizing that the other is different from, we are seeing the other as truly another. In looking at the other as someone different, I have to understand that his views, opinions, beliefs, ways of believing, ways of talking, ways of eating, and others are different from me. With these differences, it is the same holds true with the intelligence. The third one, according to Dr. Howard Gardner, the traditional notion of intelligence based on IQ testing is far too limited because human beings have different intelligence. Dr. Howard Gardner said that there are 8 different intelligence. However, there is newest intelligence, and we will find out later. Since we mentioned Dr. Howard Gardner, the proponent of multiple intelligence, let's get to know him more. Dr. Howard Gardner is a developmental psychologist best known for his theory of multiple intelligence. He believed that the conventional concept of intelligence was too narrow and restrictive, and that measures of IQ often miss out on the other intelligence that an individual may possess. According to Dr. Howard Gardner, the traditional notion of intelligence based on IQ testing is far too limited because human beings have different intelligence. That's right. He said that there are 8 different intelligence. To broaden this notion of intelligence, Gardner introduced 8 different types of intelligence. Gardner also suggests that there may other candidate intelligence which is existential intelligence, but does not believe this meet his original inclusion criteria. Here are the multiple intelligence according to Dr. Howard Gardner. Now, let us introduce it one by one. First up, we have linguistic intelligence, known as word smart. Second, bodily kinesthetic intelligence, also known as body smart. The third one, logical mathematical intelligence, or the number reasoning smart. Fourth, musical intelligence, also known as music smart. Fifth, spatial intelligence, also known as picture or image smart. Sixth, interpersonal intelligence, or known as people smart. 7. Intrapersonal intelligence, or self-smart. Next, the naturalist intelligence, or also known as nature smart. Now you know the multiple intelligence according to Dr. Howard Gardner. Now, let us introduce it one by one. First up, we have linguistic intelligence, or word smart. Linguistic intelligence, one of Dr. Howard Gardner's 8 multiple intelligence, involves the ability to understand and use spoken and written language. This can include expressing yourself effectively through speech or the written word, as well as showing as facility for learning foreign tongues. Writers, poets, lawyers, and speakers are among those that Gardner sees as having high linguistic intelligence. Okay? We have bodily kinesthetic intelligence, or the body smart. This is the ability to control one's body movements and to handle objects skillfully. You are good at everything: athletics, acting, dancing, etc. Of course, you are good in dancing, sports, hands-on experiments, acting. So here are the careers for you in the bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Can be athlete, be teacher, dancer, actor, firefighter, and among others. Next, we have logical mathematical intelligence. This is the ability to think conceptually and abstractly, and capacity to discern logical or numerical patterns. Meaning to say, you are good in logic, you are good in mathematics, or in the field of analytic and more on concepts. You are good at problem solving, performing experiments. You can be scientists, engineers, accountants, mathematicians. Next, we have musical intelligence, or the music smart. It refers to the skill in the performance, composition, and appreciation of musical patterns. You are good at singing, playing instruments, composing music. Like me, I am good at kalimba. You can be a musician, disc jockey, singer, and composer. Do you want me to sing? Okay, next time. Okay, next, we have spatial intelligence, or the picture smart. This is the capacity to take images and pictures to visualize accurately and abstractly. As you can see in the picture, of course, the boy is more on doing painting, right? In spatial intelligence, of course, you are good at puzzle building, painting, constructing, fixing, and designing objects. You can be sculptor, artist, inventor, architect, mechanic, and engineer. So you have to develop your ability when you are good at spatial intelligence, or picture smart. Next, we have interpersonal intelligence, or people smart. This is the capacity to detect and respond appropriately to the moods, motivations, and desires of others. Okay, you are good in socializing to other people. Of course, you are also good in seeing from others' perspectives, empathy, counseling, and cooperating. You can be counselor, salesperson, politician, business person, and minister. So, if you are good in interpersonal intelligence, you have to improve, develop your communication and socialization skills. Okay? Interpersonal intelligence, or also known as people smart. Next to that, we have intra. Okay? Intrapersonal intelligence, or self-smart. This is the capacity to be self-aware and in tune with inner feelings, values, beliefs, and thinking processes. Actually, in intra, we are referring about ourselves. Okay? You are good in intrapersonal intelligence. You are good in recognizing one's perspective, reflective, aware of inner feelings. You can be researchers, theories, and philosophers. Okay, that's the intrapersonal intelligence, or the self-smart. Next to that, we have the naturalist intelligence, or nature smart. This is the ability to recognize and categorize plants, animals, and other objects in nature. Of course, you are good in planting, etc. At the same time, you recognize one's connection to nature. Apply science theory to life. You can be plantito, plantita, if you love, or if you are a nature lover. You can be scientist, naturalist, landscape architect. So that would be your career if you are good in the if you have naturalist intelligence or nature smart. Okay, we have already know or understood the 8 multiple intelligence according to Dr. Howard Gardner. But wait, there's more. Okay, this is the newest multiple intelligence. Okay, which is the existential intelligence. This is the sensitivity and capacity to tackle deep questions about human existence, such as the meaning of life. Why do we die, and how did we get here? So, in existential intelligence, we are referring about our existence. In existential intelligence, you are good at reflective and deep thinking, design, and abstract theories. You can be a scientist, philosopher, and theologian. It's philo time. Let's check your understanding regarding on the multiple intelligence according to Dr. Howard Gardner. Are you ready? Yes, you are. I would like you to determine the type of intelligence being described by the statements. Get your pen and paper to answer the activity for a minute. Ready, set, and go. For number 1, I enjoy wordplay, making puns, tongue twisters, enjoy poems, stories, and rhymes. That is linguistic. Second, I take part in a sport or regularly perform some kind of physical exercise. The answer is bodily kinesthetic. The third one, I keep a personal diary. That is intrapersonal. Number 4, I could envision yourself as a farmer, or maybe you like to fish. That is naturalist. Lastly, I enjoy the challenge of brain teasers or other puzzles and games that require logical and statistical thinking. The answer is logical, mathematical. Great job, young philosophers. I'm sure you get a perfect score. Philosophy? No. To wrap up our discussion, Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence proposes that people are not born with all of the intelligence they will ever have. To broaden this notion of intelligence, Gardner introduced 8 different types of intelligence consisting of linguistic, logical mathematical, spatial, bodily kinesthetic, musical, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalist. Thank you very much, young philosophers. Choose philosophy, share wisdom. Hashtag spread the love of wisdom. Thank you, stay safe, and God bless.